Peace, family. I'm here to bring some truths to the surface that I have been observing and channel through some messages that want to come through about water at this time. We are going through a flood of love. This flood is from the Grand Central Sun, also known as a solar flare, the Great Solar Flash. This plasma that is around the sun is called a corona around the sun. This is a plasma wave that is coming from the sun. This is coming in and activating your DNA, your specific DNA frequency. That is how you are filtering these light and water codes. Depending on the frequency that you are holding, the waters within your DNA are structuring. This is the flood of love. Love is a very high frequency. Love can be a poison or a medicine. Just like plant medicine, you can have a bad journey and a good journey. It depends on who you are. This frequency in the flood of love is very high. As we go through our shift, the Earth's frequency is changing. Many of us have already been saying this for so long. This is prophecy. The Earth's frequency is changing at the same time. We must look down and above. We must look at the waters above and below. The waters below in the earth, in the aquifers, are grounding in our energy and activating through the Schumann resonance. The Schumann resonance is also this flood of love that is coming from below us in the earth's core, the corona, the core of your being, the corazón, your heart. Activations, love. This flood of love is a very high frequency from the earth as well. The aquifers in the earth, the secret fountain of youth, the living waters from the earth are rising, resurrecting. We are going through a water rebirth. This water rebirth, we are going through a crowning process. We spiral down the birth canal. We go through a water rebirth as we spiral and go through the process of coronation. As we observe this flood of love happening within our DNA, what is within is without. Watch the movie happening in your outer environment. Watch the movie because it is going on in your DNA. As the frequencies raised, the lower frequencies are purging, and this is manifesting in our realities as well. Those of us who have done the work on our physical vessels are not going to catch the coronavirus. This is part of the wave. The word that links this wave is the corona, the plasma wave, the great solar flash, the Schumann resonance, the high frequency coming in as a wave, as a wake, going through a worldwide wake. This is the Great Awakening. This is the water lens. This is 20H2O. Being able to see through the water lens, 2020 vision, you're able to see the water. When you can recognize her all around, you start to see through the water lens, and she leads you. She leads you, and we have been through many catastrophes before, floods, fires, and this time it is in the air that we breathe, the air, the breath of air, the moment that we were born, and we were coded with the codes in this specific reality of time, the moment that we were crowning. We took our first breath of air, and that affected our physical makeup in our vessels. This time that we live in has been manipulated by the elites, by the Vatican, and the Gregorian calendar is not within this special divine current that flows through us. So this flood of love is in the air. Love is in the air as we rise together, as water travels north. Those of us who have already traveled to the underworld, the shadow work, what is within is without. As we go through this flood of love, we are purging, we are detoxing. And the manifestations of that detox are sharing with us. It is sharing with us and showing us our shadow. That unseen world that is connected to the unconscious mind. This is the shadow world. This is the feminine world. As you tune in to your unconscious, your subconscious mind, this is the unseen world. This is the shadow world. This planet has been run by beings that were the shadow, the unseen, not seeing what's going on with human trafficking. Those beings were distorting reality and time to keep us in a limited environment. Time is boxed in. This is the system of the matrix that have been set up. We are going through a great purge right now, and the coronavirus is a manifestation of that purge. Those who are getting the coronavirus, those who created the coronavirus, it is all manifestations of what is within is without. Take back your power. Do the inner work. If you are being asked to meet with the underworld now, some of us are going through a hero's journey to meet our shadows. If we have not already faced those aspects of ourself, most of society will be going through this shadow work, this depth as the truth comes out. As the truth comes out, which is where the QAnon movement comes in. This is how the truth is coming out. These ships with children on them, human trafficking, the elite, the deep state. This is all being exposed because they are a manifestation of our shadow. And this is showing us an aspect of ourselves to be loved. This is the unseen world. This is the truth of the dark ages that we have been in. And during those dark ages, we were less ether. We were less water. We had less hydration. We were dehydrated in our bodies and in our lives. We were disassociated. We were dehydrated. We were not able to blend and hydrate our lives. We were not able to see through the water lens. We were not able to see the mirror reflection of the waters of who we are. We were not able to see our truth. We were blinded. Our brain was clouded. We were brainwashed. Our brains were being dehydrated and washed, reprogrammed. Whatever timeline that you are connecting to, the words that you say are spells. If you are attuning yourself to FEMA camps and the One World Order and the chips, this is a timeline that does not serve you. You are in the frequency of the darkness still. You speak spells. Everything that you say and align yourself to becomes real. Everything is manifesting now. This flood of love is in the air. Love is in the air. We are in the age of Aquarius. That is the air sign. That is the communicator. The great communicator is water. Water communicates in your body. That is what its responsibility is. That is what its kuleana is. The flood of love is in the air, and we are going through a rapture when the seventh trumpet sounds. Trumpets. The prophecies, the book of Revelations in the Bible is real. The rapture is an intense feeling of joy. But the Christian's definition of a rapture is that the Christians will rise to the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. We rise to the clouds when we have done the shadow work. Have you gone to the underworld yet? Have you faced your shadow yet? Because you are about to go on a journey to meet your shadow, to weigh your heart, where your heart is the water center of your being. Your heart is the vortexer of your blood, not just the pump. Your heartbeat is directly connected to the Schumann resonance. The Schumann resonance has spiked. We are holding a different frequency. We are having to calibrate our frequency to hold the resonance. When our frequencies change fast, we go through a purge that nothing with a lower frequency can attach to us. It is up to us to get back into the resonance of that higher frequency. Are you attuning yourself to the higher timeline? Let the fear purge. Let the feminine rise. As you go to the underworld to weigh your heart, Osiris is the god of the underworld. Osiris is the god of the Nile, a water god, an Aquarian. This inner Aquarian is the inner judge. This inner judge has to have compassion and forgiveness. Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Go through the shadow work with this knowledge of Ho'oponopono. Let this guide you, help transmute, help to forgive your past, and seeing that you are pure and innocent. You just have to embrace your shadows and love your shadows. Let the shadows of society be purged now. The elite, the deep state, is a reflection of the shadow, the unseen world. So when you can see through the water lens, you're able to see through the water lens. All is one, one is all. Where we go one, we go all. Blend your consciousness with all the different streams, the consciousness streams that are happening now. When you blend your consciousness, you are aligning all of the oneness together, melting and dissolving. Water is the universal solvent, the solvent to solve. You are water. You know the solutions. Let water lead the way as we go through this transformation within the heart space, as you go to the underworld to weigh your heart. Get back into your integrity so that your waters can rise. Get connected to the aquifers in the earth so that the earth can rise with us. We can attune ourselves to the waters below and the waters above. And as we rise into the clouds, we activate our rainbow bodies, our Ka bodies, our light and water bodies. The rainbow body is the rainbow bridge. This is the plasma activation of the cloud of memory. There's a reason why we store memories in the cloud. As we activate these memories rising to the cloud, we activate Sophia, Christ consciousness. Sophia rises from the dead. Sophia is reborn. This is not just Christ consciousness. This is the rising of the feminine waters on this planet to meet her counterpart, her king in the sky, the Lord in the air, the great Aquarian, that great inner judge that holds compassion and forgiveness and purity and truth. This is a hero's journey that we are on, and if you have done this work, you are rising and you know who you are. We are rising because we've done this work, and as we rise, we are seeing people attached to different timelines with the FEMA camps and the chips in the arms and the one world order. You have fallen for a lower frequency timeline that is of fear. Get out of that timeline. Raise yourself from that timeline. You are speaking spells into existence. Rise out of that timeline to meet yourself in divine union. Sophia, Christ consciousness in the air, activating the rainbow body, activating the rainbow bridge. pushing and opening the rainbow bridge and activating the waters in the body, being able to see the full spectrum, the full rainbow, the full prism of the sky above, of the 13th sign, Ophiuchus. This 13th sign is that of the galactic center. The galactic center is this 13th sign. This is where it is located. This is also correlated to Mu, to ancient Lemuria, to the originals here on this planet. This is rising the lost cities. We are rising again. Rise with us and attune yourself to the timeline that all is well. All is well. All is well. We are going through a great purge, brothers and sisters. This great purge is a great migration. Death is not the end, but the beginning. There is no death, just being reborn. Do not fear. You are safe. Put in the work to embody purity in the vessel. You know who you are. Embody that purity. Rise. Rise, rise, rise. It is time for you to rise. Be aware of the timeline that you are resonating at. It's time to do the work. We are in the eye of the storm. When you are in the eye of the storm, you can see all. You can see duality. You do not get stuck in the fourth dimension. But in order to rise, we must move through the fourth dimension and activate the fourth phase of water, which is plasma, anchoring this wave into our being as we rise to the clouds and activate our plasma body, our rainbow bridge, and expand our aura to cover the earth, create a new membrane, the circumpolar rainbow bridge. Expand your aura, family. Expand. Step up, rise to meet sacred union and let the waters flow, the waters of creation. Activate ether, embody all the elements. It is time to rise, find each other in the astrals, in the heart. Stay out of your head and get into your heart. You were dehydrated when you were in your head. Stay in your heart. What timeline are you attuning to? And are you able to face the shadow of the government, the deep state, the unseen? Are you able to embrace that aspect of yourself and not call it a conspiracy theory? Love it, accept it, observe it, know that the light has already won. We have already won. Thank you. I have a message. And everything is happening, and everything is connected to water. If you guys just start connecting to water, let her rise within you, see the connections that's happening. We're literally going through a flood. See her. When you see water, when you can see water, you see yourself. You can see yourself in another. Look through the water lens. Accept what consciousness streams people are in. Surrender. Get out of your head. It's time. You're safe. got this. We got this. We were made for this. It's within you. It's alive. It's your memories. And it's happening right now. You choose. You choose. Are you the chosen one? I love you all so much. Thank you for the work that you're doing. I see you. Ho'oponopono. I feel all of you in this with me. I really do. I thank you all so much. Like, you guys are family. I feel you. I feel the support. I feel the resonance. My whole crown is buzzing. I feel you. We got this. We got this. I wish you all so much water.